There's a lot of people out there that are convinced the reason they are not successful is because they are not as talented as the people around them. In reality, they might not be working as hard, they might not be living as intentionally, and they might be lazier, unfortunately. And that is a truth that a lot of people won't give.
What a lot of people think is talent is actually the compound effect of improving consistently over time.
Next Level Nation, today for episode number 2254, not being talented is a terrible excuse. Last night, Alan, I kind of realized this before, but I had never really done it. I went back to like 2020 on my stories. So I went and watched the stories from 2020.
Very cool.
Very, very cool. And
I gotta bring back the Facebook memory of the day. I can feel it. I need it back.
It stopped?
I haven't been doing it, yeah.
I didn't know it stopped.
Yeah. It's on my PPT still. I just
big.
haven't done it in a little while.
It's big. I had this, it was very interesting because I got up at 4 o'clock every single day and I would go and do like a motivational video in my car. And usually you could see my breath because it was winter, right? And it was 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm screaming at the camera in my car, just like trying to get fucking going. And when I look back, I wasn't that talented at this. I wasn't that good at this. I thought I was, I think. But when I look back, it's not impressive. But what I feel, and again, this is me talking about me, let me do it. What I feel is what I lacked in talent, what I lacked in intelligence, I would just try to grit. I mean, 4 a.m. every day for however many years, just getting up and getting after it and trying to do my best and then trying to do a little bit better the next day. When I was younger, I remember I would look at people and say, no, they were just born like that. They have something I don't have. And yes, some people do, right? I'm not 6'7" and I'm not going to dunk. They have something I don't have. But I might also have something they don't have. And if you don't admit that and you're not willing to look in the mirror and you give yourself the constant out of, well, that person's this, that person's that, you're selling yourself short and you're not going to be as successful as you could be.
You're definitely selling yourself short. And it goes back to the last 2 episodes we did on maximizing your potential. So this came up because Kevin and I were talking offline about one of my clients. Shout out to you, brother. I know you listen every day. He's like, yeah, I've been getting some shout outs on the podcast lately.
It's tough to be popular, my man. It's tough to be popular, you know?
Well, I told him, I said, you're doing awesome shit in the world. Of course you're going to get shout outs. So keep it up.
I love it.
Don't fuck this up. I'm kidding. No, but he is number 1, works at a bank. He's a customer service representative at a bank, large bank in Canada.
In a place, yeah. In one of the countries on the earth. I'm trying not to give it away. And he is number 1 out of 540 customer service representatives. Number 1. Which is a big deal. That's great. Awesome. And a lot of his coworkers and colleagues, he works at a couple different branches, ask him, like, how are you doing this? How are you doing this? And he says, he gives them some answers. So there's 3 KPIs they're tracking. One of them is there's like what's called match pop-ups. I'm not going to get into the logistics of what he's doing because that's not why you guys are here. But what I will say is we're tracking everything. This dude tracks every day. He has metrics and habits, probably looking at like 25 every day, tracks 25 things a day. And that's on the extreme end. That's pretty high. I wouldn't go much higher than that, honestly, because then you're not leveraged. But he told me this. He said, all my colleagues and colleagues are coming up to me asking me like how I did it. And in my head, I don't say this to them because I don't want to be mean, but in my head, I just say, you guys are lazy. He said this to me. He said, they just don't work that hard. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just working harder than all of you. Now, as his coach, let me share you the real reason he's successful. This is a success podcast. Let me tell you the real reason he's successful. The real reason he's successful is because he never takes days off of the bank. Like he never takes PTO. He's always there. Mm-mm.
Most people take PTO, paid time off is what it's called. And he doesn't. He picks up every Saturday shift that he can. And he tracks the KPIs, which is known as key performance indicators, with me. And he is on with me 3 times a week. 3 times a week, 3 hours a week, every week, tracking metrics and habits and dialing in. We are finding little improvements. And this dude won't even buy a coffee at lunch because he wants to invest that money instead. Like, I love it. I absolutely love it. And he's going to be extremely successful. He will be, in my opinion, I have calculated that in the future, he's 32 years old, he will be a multimillionaire. If he keeps this trajectory up, mathematically, he will be. And I think that's the coolest thing in the world. But, and this is the but, he's going to have to keep up the work ethic. He's going to have to keep up the grit. He's going to have to keep tracking. He's going to have to keep getting a little better each and every day. And he's going to have to keep rising. I've unpacked sort of the infrastructure of the entire bank. So this is a big bank in Canada. The CEO just changed. And I unpacked for him how it all works. You know, chief officers, VPs, then you have regional managers, district managers, branch managers, and then FSRs and CSRs, financial service representatives, CSRs. But we're already working on a bunch of things. We're thinking 12 chess moves ahead. And so we're working on things right now that won't pay off for years. And in years when he's more successful than other people, they'll come to him and say, how did you do it? And he's going to have to say, I've been planning on this for the last 3 to 5 years.
That's what looking back on my story showed me. I mean, it was every day. It was just every day I was in my car getting ready to, I don't even know what the hell I was doing. I don't know if I was going to the gym or what the hell I was doing. I was doing something. Mm-hmm. And every day it would be 4:05, 4:07, 4:11, 4:12, 4:03. And I'm just sitting in my car doing these videos. And when you look back, at the time, it doesn't feel like anything's happening. Mm-hmm. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel like anything's happening. But when you look back, and that is going to be the thing. And I've tried to be very honest about this especially on other podcasts. Excuse me. When people say like what's made the difference, or how did you guys get to where you are? And it's always like, there is nothing else. Like, I don't know how to explain it without sounding negative to anybody else, but like,
it's the main thing.
It's the main thing.
Always have.
Well, everybody else is going away. We're not going away. And again, I went away last year for a week, but I worked every day. I literally hotspotted my laptop from my phone so I could make sure that everything was good. I went to New Jersey last week, and I stopped to charge my car twice, and every time I was on my laptop in WhatsApp doing stuff to make sure everything was good.
Of course.
When I'm walking to the bathroom, I'm in WhatsApp. When I'm walking to the bathroom, I'm checking my emails. But yeah, when I look back, it just, in the beginning, it seemed like I was never going to be smart enough and I was never going to be capable enough. And the fact of the matter is, I didn't start from a very high place. It's just been long enough, consistently enough, intentionally enough over time. And if you're out there and you're thinking, well, I could never do blank because I'm not talented enough, there are people way less talented than you doing exactly what you want to do. And you could probably do better if you just put in a little bit more work than them. And that is hopefully inspiring, but I think it's also very realistic. When I sit down with someone and they say, yeah, I want to be X amount of successful. And I say, all right, cool. Are you willing to do this, 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 and this? And they say, no, it's not going to happen. Mm-hmm. Because now you're expecting that whatever talent you have is going to outweigh grit and hard work. And that's not going to work. That's it, unless you are like the most talented person in the world. But even then, and you probably wouldn't be talking to me if you were the most talented person in the world. You'd probably be talking to somebody else, right? You probably wouldn't be talking to Kevin Paul Mary from Uxbridge, Massachusetts. So yeah, I think this is something that I think about very personally, because I think this has kind of been my my journey in a nutshell. Is what I was going to say. This has been my journey in a nutshell. I was never the most talented in almost anything I did.
Yeah.
And I still am not. I'm still not the most talented in most of the things I do. I just work really hard and try to get better a little bit.
Yeah, we all underestimate how good we can get at stuff, for sure.
We do.
You can get really good at stuff over time. It just takes so damn long.
But I understand why, because essentially I'm a different person now.
Definitely.
Every day, just a little reprogramming, but when I look back to 2020, that was a child in comparison.
I know.
And I'm a child in comparison to where I'll be in 4 years, 5 years.
Favorite concept in the world.
Yeah, awesome. But it's so hard to fucking understand.
That's why Facebook Memory of the Day has to come back.
You got to bring it back.
It's got to come back. I got to bring it back. Go on your Facebook, everybody, and look at Facebook memory of the day once per day, and you'll just look back at 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, 14 years.
I think IG Story is better.
Yeah, IG Story is better. I just know that IG is not as long. So Facebook came before IG. So if you're our age or older, Facebook probably has more data than Instagram, because I didn't start on Instagram until 11 years ago.
I'm just thinking from the capacity of you do 12 stories a day, you do 1 post a day. So for me, I like the behind the scenes because that really shows like what I was going through.
When did Instagram stories start? I mean, that didn't start until what, 2018?
I didn't start this until 2017. So for me, it works perfectly.
Yeah, I don't even remember when stories started.
I don't know. I genuinely
think it's so valuable to go back and look at how much wasn't around 10 years ago.
For sure.
Imagine a world without Instagram stories.
It's very hard to.
No YouTube Reels, no Instagram Stories.
I wish there were no fucking YouTube Reels. Every time I go on YouTube to watch something, I don't want to watch Reels. I want to watch a video. What the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch a real video. All right,
I want to
8
bring
minutes
this back to the principles.
Yeah.
I don't know. If I think about the probability of people being successful, the people that jump off the page really do have the humility and the work ethic. And they are focused on getting a little better every single day. And what is it different about this guy? And I don't want to say there's nothing special about you, brother. There is. What's special about you is how consistent you are.
Yeah,
you're just unbelievably consistent. I started coaching him on July 17th of last year. I have the data because we started tracking habits. July 17th of last year, it's only been, what, a year and a half? Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not even.
And
it's night and day. He wouldn't even recognize his old self. And I want to be honest about a couple things. Number one, he doesn't have as many friends anymore. He doesn't have as good of a social life anymore. But he's crushing his goals. He's absolutely demolishing his fucking goals. He's demolishing his goals. Of course you don't have that many friends. Of course you're not hanging out on the weekends. Like, you get to pick. It's your pick. You remember there was a run there where The Rock was in every goddamn movie.
Yes.
I don't think he did anything but work. And he's known for his work ethic. He's one of the people that's known for his work ethic. It was like him and Kevin Hart that just did not do anything but work for like a decade span. And some of the movies were terrible. Some of them were great.
Most of them.
It doesn't matter. I mean, at the end of the day, he eventually was the most successful, highest paid actor in Hollywood. And people would ask him, like, well, what do you do now? And he's like, well, when you get to the top, you make more mountain. Now it's time to make more mountain. So let's keep going. And to me, I was thinking about this earlier, and I think that the level you're on, so it's 2025 right now, November, the level you're on is predicated on the level you're shooting for.
Can you imagine how different his life would be if he decided to be the best actor of all time? Not the highest paid?
Yeah, it would be completely different. Everything would be completely different.
Do you think he could?
I think he's trying to transition that now.
You think he can? I mean, we're talking about talent. He's definitely not the most talented, naturally.
Yeah, agreed. But again, this is a whole conversation of like, what do you mean by talent? In the craft of acting?
Is he ever going to win is he ever going to be like a Joaquin Phoenix, Christian Bale, Leonardo DiCaprio? Like the best of the best. I watched this really cool thing on YouTube where it's somebody who's been taking acting school for a year, somebody who's been taking it for 5 years, somebody who's like a professional actor, and then the person who did the actual scene. And I don't know what movie it is, but it's Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet in some movie.
Yeah, I think I know the movie you're talking about.
And it's just like, oh my God, man. Like, you are so good at this. Yeah. And then when you watch the person for the first year, it's like, I could do better than that. Definitely not. But I think I could. But was he naturally talented? Yeah, probably. And he probably
has he also started when he was a little kid.
Right.
He was a little kid. I don't know what his first movie was. I think he was, like 11 or something?
I don't know.
it's a whole weird thing because in acting, for some reason, there's no child labor laws with acting. I don't.
Probably because the parents are like, how much are they getting? Oh, I'm going to give them $400,000. Okay, we'll skip school for a couple weeks. For a month.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
No big deal.
But back to this episode, I do think this is the most powerful concept in the world because it's so hard to see at the time. So when I said the next level is predicated on the level you're shooting for, or no, the level you're on is predicated on the level you're shooting for. In fitness and bodybuilding, when I was in the best shape of my life, people would be like, holy shit. And I appreciate it. But the only reason I got to that level is because I was shooting way higher than that. So when you shoot for level 10, you shouldn't be shocked when you end up on level 6. And what if your level 6 is everyone else's level 10 in that thing? And I think that that's a cheat code. If everyone out there watching or listening, if you just for a second really believe, whether you do or not, like let's believe that it's possible to get to level 10 in health, wealth, and love. Let's just believe it's possible. All right, top 1% in each. Top 1% in wealth is about, globally, it's like 150,000 a year. And that's not net worth, that's income. Health is, I mean, that's kind of subjective. It depends what you're going for. But let's just say, for the sake of this discussion, hypothetically, you believe 10 out of 10 that you can get top 1% in health, wealth, and love. Here's what I do believe is true. If you actually do believe it and you work toward it every day with grit and improvement and consistency, you're going to get farther than you would otherwise. And maybe you only get to level 6 instead of 10. Maybe you only get to 7 or 8. You're going to be ahead of everyone else who didn't shoot for it. And this is the whole, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Listen, not everyone's going to be Michael Jordan. Not everyone's going to be at the top of the industry. There's only one person at the top of every industry. There's only one person who builds Apple. There's only one Apple, right? But there is a lot of room for improvement. And I think that we get so screwed up because you hear about a Michael Phelps and the Olympic gold medals or a, who's the snowboarder? Shaun White. And you think of them and you go, okay, well, if I can't get gold, then I might as well not try. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Especially now.
That's what I'm saying. Because we don't have to be this. We literally think about this. We don't have to ever be the most successful podcast in history.
Right.
Ever.
Right.
We can go for it forever, never get there, and still be more successful than 99.9% of all podcasts. And that's fine. But ironically, you won't get to 99.9%. You won't get to the top 0.01% unless you're shooting for the top of the industry, I think. And that's that weird paradox because on one hand, if you don't believe in yourself, you won't set that goal. But on the other hand, if you don't set the goal, you probably won't build self-belief. So I'm just trying to shoot for the next level, and hopefully eventually you look back at 5 years ago like you just did and go, whoa, I used to think I was good, but compared to where I am now, and you're going to think the same in 5 more years, but only because you keep climbing. So the only wrong answer is to stop climbing and stop aiming and stop shooting and stop going for it. To me, I'm going to keep trying to get in better shape for the rest of my life. I may never surpass my old best. I'm going to try for fucking ever.
It's interesting, and we'll hop here in a second. It's interesting because at the end of the day, there is no guarantee that you'll ever get the treasure at the end of the journey.
Yeah.
But you must believe that the treasure you compile along the journey will be worth it, even if you don't get to the final fucking chest, you know? Because there isn't really one, I don't think. I don't think there is a final chest. I think the more I realize that, I think when I get to that chest, I'll open it and be like, that's it? Okay. Well, there's got to be another chest. Now, I'm not saying external things are going to fix internal voids fulfillment. That's a different conversation, but I think that's a really good way to think about it. Cool.
Yeah, fire, man. Great episode.
Next Level Nation, if you're looking for a coach, Alan is the guy. I would put him up against anybody in the industry, anybody in the world, honestly, genuinely.
Thanks, man.
You're very welcome, brother. Very welcome. He's got a lot of clients that have a lot of good stories. If none of them will beat mine ever. That's my bold statement. Because
that is a bold statement.
I will die if I slow down.
Good
this
for
whole
you.
thing.
I
We'll
have
come
a couple
to it.
clients that are more successful than you currently, but they're also a lot older. So
Let's. When I'm 55, I'm coming for you, or however old you are. No, honestly, grateful for each and every one of you, especially the clients of Alan's I've had the privilege of meeting. It's always fun. So yeah, if you're looking for a coach, Alan is the guy. His pricing is insanely affordable because at NLU we actually want to help. We don't just want to take your money and become wealthy and then take pictures on yachts. Maybe one day I'll have a yacht, but probably not. And then Next Level Nation, private Facebook group of amazing humans like you. We'll have the link in the show notes below. As always, we love you. We appreciate you. Grateful for each and every one of you. And if you are as committed as you say you are to getting to the next level and becoming more talented and skilled and all that happy jazz, make sure you tune in tomorrow because we'll be here every single day to help you get there.
Keep reaching for your full potential. Next Level Nation.